What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video where I try to salvage today's video.
And make sure it look normal.
Today I'm going to be teaching my sister how to swap her 93 Chevy 1500 Alternator. So if you're ready, I'm ready, Josie's ready. Let's get started with today's install. First things first, go ahead and open up your hood. For those of you guys that do not know where the alternator is at, please make sure to also know which engine you have so that you know where the alternator is at, because it could possibly be in a different location. For mine, it is the 305 engine and the alternator is right there where I'm pointing at. The alternator is what keeps the battery charged in the vehicle. Whenever you're driving, it's just through the belt driven, keeps the battery charged. Like that, you don't have to be charging your car every single night. The alternator has 3 bolts, but I'm only going to show you 2 bolts right now. That is the first bolt. That is the second bolt. What do you guys think the next thing is that we have to take off?
That?
Yeah. Wrong. I'm sort of right, but I guess, you know, it has to do with the belt. In order to remove the belt, there's a pulley that if you use a socket and you wrench on it, it pivots left to right, which loosens up the belt so you're able to take it off. Shocking, huh? Which leads me to my next point. Now, I know we kind of already got started with the alternator, but one of the first things you do want to remove is the battery. Make sure to disconnect the battery 20 minutes before you're ever doing any type of electrical work on your vehicle, just because you don't want to electrocute yourself. So after you have removed the battery, which you should have done in the beginning, you can now go back to working on your alternator. So go ahead and start removing all the bolts that hold the alternator. Once you have removed the first 2 bolts, go ahead and take the nut off the back. Go ahead and take the nut off the back and the ground. There's also a little plug that you take off from the side. It has a little tab. Just lift up on the tab or use a screwdriver and it just kind of blasts off. Once you remove that plug, then we can now see the 3rd bolt that you have to remove. So just go ahead and take that bolt off. Now your alternator should be able to be removed from the bracket. It might be a little bit hard just because it's kind of wedged in there, so make sure to just kind of move it around and then it should come off nice and easy. You're welcome. When taking out your new alternator, make sure to put them side by side so that you can match them up. Also, whichever auto parts store that you bought, they might have a core option that you could do. So any old parts that you are swapping out, take them back to the auto parts store and they give you money back. Very nice tip. Go ahead and insert your new alternator into the bracket. It might be a little bit hard, but just kind of wedge it in there. Should be fine. You can start adding your bolts once the alternator is in. Don't tighten any of the bolts down. You want to have enough room to be able to move it around so that you can get all the bolts in nicely. You don't want to be forcing all the bolts in and then you end up stripping something else. After you have tightened all the bolts, you can add the nut on the back. Nasty. You can add the nut with the ground back onto the alternator. That's what I meant. Go ahead and plug the plug back in. Just a great click. So, after you have added that, what do you guys think is next?
Close it?
It's not the hood.
Oh, the band!
It's the band!
For any of you guys that guess the belt is back, the belt is next. The belt is next. Indeed, it is. It is next up on the billboards, top 100, the band. Your engine bay or under your hood should be a diagram of how the band is looped around all the pulleys. Make sure to add them all onto all the pulleys first, and then do the little tension thing so you can pivot the belt under it. Makes it a lot easier. So once you have done all of that stuff to your alternator, you can now reconnect your battery and start it. But in our situation, our battery might not be fully charged, and on the alternator there was a little pink paper that said do not start unless your battery is fully charged. So unfortunately we cannot start our truck today. We have to take our battery to AutoZone and charge it tomorrow.
The middle room was there. What? Go open the door.
And it's to the left. To be fair, Josie never opens the door. It's the truck, and the truck, it's kind of hard because the keyhole is always like spinning around, so you have to get the key in right, do all that great stuff. So cut her some slack, guys. All right.
What looks like the hood thingy? No.
Oh.
There you go. Pull it. Very nice. We probably should have brought the tools. I forgot that we had to do all that stuff. Battery on, just because I'm always really nervous with electrical stuff. Maybe I shouldn't do that, because what if Josie accidentally touches something and what's the word, Josie? Electrocutes herself. These bolts strip like stupid fast. So I will do it. Battery's not on, right, Josie? Negative. I mean, negative goes to negative. Positive goes to positive. You have the keys? They're in there? Your time to shine. If everything went well, hopefully nothing blows up. Go ahead.
I'm scared. Okay.
Me too. Get the square key.
That?
Yeah, there you go. Fuck yeah!
This is the part in the video where you thank me by liking, subscribing, commenting, doing all that great stuff.
It worked, Josie. You fixed it. So when I was driving this car around at work, the battery light popped up, and the battery light, I thought it was a battery. I took the battery to go to AutoZone, get it charged, came back, it wasn't working, it wasn't charging. So I immediately thought alternator went out since it wasn't charging, and one of the symptoms for a battery thing to pop up on your dashboard is because something in the charging system is not working. I automatically just thought alternator. It was the easiest thing. It seemed the easiest to do. We swapped it out, and the battery logo did not pop up anymore. It looks good, but now we just have to go on a little test drive, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, see if it's charging. If it's not, then we're gonna have to chase another little issue, which I don't want to. Nothing popped up. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're good. Good shit, Josie. You swapped out an alternator. Very nice. So what you think? Was it easy? Was it hard?
It was easier than I thought.
Yup. Still starting up. Since Josie's knocked out, I'm gonna give you guys a little update. So we drove away from the house for 20-minute drive, stopped by the gas station, added some gas. So we had to turn off the truck on and off a couple times. And as of right now, the truck is running great. We don't have any battery signal popping up on the dash. But I think we can call it today a good night. Right, Josie?
Well, if you made it to the end of the video, I hope this video helped you out. I hope it was really easy. I hope I explained it well, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you did like this video, you know, as a thank you to me for helping you out with your alternator install. It's a really easy process, but if you didn't know, now you know. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Peace out and God bless.